5 things to know for October 13, January 6, Ukraine, Alex Jones, immigration, Iran. If you know in a bustling city, it's quite normal to be surrounded by honking cars, chirping cell phones, and crying babies. Quiet spaces around us are dwindling, and experts say it's affecting our minds and bodies. To learn more about cherishing quietness, check out the latest episode of Chasing Life as Dollar Than J. Gupta explores why we need silence for our health. Here's what else you need to know to get up to speed and on with your day. You can get 5 things you need to know today delivered to your index daily. Number 1. January number 6. A Texas family was sentenced together on Wednesday for storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, with the 2 parents getting jail time and 3 adult children given probation and some home confinement for several months. Prosecutors have strategically used video they collected through subphones from riot participants' cell phones and online accounts and from YouTube and media outlets in hundreds of January 6 cases. Today at 1 p.m. ET, the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection will hold its 10th public hearing, the last before the midterm elections. Since the committee's last hearing in July, authorities have ramped up various probes and searched former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence to investigate his apparent mishandling of sensitive documents. A Trump employee has also told the FBI about being directed by the former president to move boxes out of a basement storage room to his residence after a subpoena was served for any classified documents at the Florida estate. And number 2, Ukraine today marks the 4th consecutive day of Russian strikes targeting civilian infrastructure across Ukraine. One of the Russia strikes included a Kamikaze drone attack on the Kyiv region and shelling of residential buildings in the southern city of Mykolaiv. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reiterated his plea for more air defense capacities, saying Kyiv has only about 10% of what it needs to combat Moscow blitz. We are fighting a large country that has a lot of equipment and lots of missiles, Zelensky said during a virtual address today. He specifically called on Western countries such as the US and France to increase their military aid to the country. Number 3. Alex Jones. A jury on Wednesday decided that conspiracy theorist Alex Jones should pay nearly $1 million in damages to the families of Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims for his lies about the school. Martha Jones baselessly said again and again after the 2012 mass shooting in which 26 people were killed that the accident or incident was staged and that the families and first responders were crisis actors. The plaintiff throughout the trial described in poignant terms how the lies and prompted harassment against them and compounded the emotional agony of losing their loved ones. The decision marks a key moment in the years-long process that began in 2018 when the families took legal action against Jones and his company Free Speech Systems, the parent of the French media organization in 4 wars. And number 4, immigration. The Treasury Department's Inspector General is examining Florida government-run DeSantis flights carrying immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, including whether the state improperly used COVID-19 relief funds to transfer the immigrants. According to a letter provided to Massachusetts St. Edward Markey, the watchdog has audit work plan of Florida's use of state and local fiscal recovery funds. CNN previously reported that the flights may have exceeded the original scope of the state's plan to transport undocumented individuals. The decision by the DeSantis to orchestrate the flights was part of his criticism of the Biden administration immigration and border security policies. Number 5, Iran. As women burn headscarves and cut off their hair in nationwide protests, an Iranian official had admitted that student protesters are being taken to mental health institutions. In an interview with an independent reformist Iranian newspaper, Iran's education minister Youssef Nouri confirmed that some school students are indeed being held at establishments that he said are meant to reform and re-educate the students to prevent antisocial behavior. This comes after 22-year-old Mahsa Amini died nearly a month ago after being taken to a re-education center by state morality police for apparently not wearing her hijab properly. Amini's death has sparked waves of anti-government protests that have spread across the country.